Heart disease. As of 2018, 30.3 million American adults were diagnosed with heart disease. Every year, about 647,000 Americans die from heart disease, making it the leading cause of death in the United States. Heart disease causes 1 out of every 4 people to die. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, approximately every 40 seconds, an American will have a heart attack. Every year, 805,000 Americans have a heart attack, 605,000 of them for the first time. Who's at risk? They say as of 2017, 30.3 million Americans, U.S. adults, were diagnosed with heart disease. In 2017, death rates from heart disease was per 100,000 people were 274,000 for white males, 202 deaths per 100,000. For black males, 231 deaths for white females per 100,000 and 165 for black females. Then it goes on to say the worst in the country is the South. Then it goes on to talk about the cost of heart disease. They are projecting cardiovascular disease alone in the year 2035, and that's about 10, 11 years from now, will be $1.1 trillion. 1.1 trillion. Think about that number, how big that is. It's massive for one disease alone. And the people at the most risk, 36% are those that are obese, 30% who are inactive, 29% high blood pressure, 17% cigarette smoking, 12% high cholesterol. You get that number now? Because we're going to talk about that in a minute. And 9% diabetes. We can change those numbers around because, diabetes, it's been underrated. If you look at statistics or numbers, what CDC says diabetes is the 7th leading cause of death in America. But if you really look at the fact of how many different things it's tied into, it's the third. The third. And these are lifestyle diseases. This is a lifestyle disease, cardiovascular disease, in most cases. Over 50% of people who die from heart disease do not have high cholesterol. Nope. In fact, 7 out of 10 heart attacks occur when people have inflammation in the arteries. Mm-hmm. Now I'm going to share something with you. Why I'm an advocate of my way of eating. I call it Eat Like Lance. Are you sitting down? I'm 68 years of age. I do not take a statin drug. So you're aware of that. Cholesterol. Now, pay attention to this. You need to understand this. When we look at cholesterol, you have what we call a total number. That's a combination of LDL, which they refer to as bad, HDL, which they refer to as good, and VLDL, which is bad, and triglycerides. So that number is a combination of those three. LDL, HDL, VLDL. VLDL comes from triglycerides. My total cholesterol, this is the last blood work I had done a couple weeks ago, was 193. My LDL was 100. My HDL, the good stuff, 85. 85 HDL. That's a male, 68 years of age. No statin drugs, 85. You go, whoa, that's high. Yeah, that's great, isn't it? Triglycerides, 34. 34. When I tell people they're ready to drop, holy cripes. PSA for guys, PSA. That's tied to the prostate. 0.12. 0.12. And this can be you too. If you eat like me. I call it Eat Like Lance. And if you're just listening to my show for the first time, you know I'm an advocate of a low-carb diet. Big time. And I've been doing this for a long time. So I'm an ongoing study for a long period of time. And you could be part of that too. You just have to make those changes. And this time of year, it's difficult for a lot of people to do this stuff because of all the holidays. Well, if what I'm not telling you is motivating you, this will motivate you. This is from Oklahoma Heart Institute. Holiday heart attacks. Research shows Americans have more fatal heart attacks during the holiday season than any other time of the year. In fact, according to a study published in Circulation, the top 3 days of heart attacks are December 25th, Christmas Day, December 26th, and January 1st, respectively. Regardless of where we live, researchers have found we are more susceptible to heart attacks in the winter months, even if it's 72 degrees and sunny in California. A seasonal pattern to deaths from heart attacks is well documented, with more fatal events occurring in the winter in comparison to the summer. Here's what they're saying you should do. Don't put off medical attention. Despite the big family gatherings, office parties, travel plans, if you're not feeling right, don't wait. Get to your doctor. Next thing, reduce stress. With the end-of-year events, projects at work, parties, shopping, and shorter days, we tend to feel rushed and stressed during this time of year. Reduce your stress and help give your heart a break by getting regular exercise and good quality of sleep. Eat as healthy as you can and try not to overload yourself with multiple commitments. Next one. Don't overindulge. The holidays are nearly synonymous with indulgence. Yep. With many events centered on food and drinks, set a plan for yourself to enjoy the food and spirits while not overdoing it. Ditch the digging. While we benefit from regular exercise, especially during the holidays, extreme physical exertion like snow shoveling, that doesn't apply to us, can stress the heart, particularly if you are overweight, obese, diabetic, have high blood pressure, and you go out there and try to shovel snow, and you are out of shape, you're in trouble. Don't do that. So these are lifestyle things. And this time of year, you need to pay more attention to it than any other time of the year because, again, increase heart attacks this time of year. And that's because we take and put any healthy thing that we do on the sideline. We don't pay attention to it. We ignore it, which is not smart. This time of year, exercise becomes something I'll do next year. I'll get back into my workout routine after January 1st. Well, in most cases, you haven't had a workout routine the whole year. That's true. Yeah, I'm going to get back on my diet right after the first of the year. And in most cases, you haven't been on a diet the whole year. Or if you have, you're on and off. The average American goes on 13 different diets in 1 year. 13 different ones. You go, wait, why do we have a problem? Because they don't stick on any of them. The expectation of dieting and losing weight gets lost in the mix because they don't stay on a good eating plan. Eat like Lance for very long because the weight they've gained, they want to lose overnight. You don't lose weight overnight. If you're 100 pounds overweight, you're not going to lose 100 pounds in 3 or 4 months. You got a whole long process of doing that. And if you're out of shape, you aren't going to get in shape in a matter of a couple of days, a couple times working out. Don't happen that way. And it's dangerous. If you go, I haven't worked out in 20 years. I'm going to go in the gym and get myself in shape. You go in there and you overexert yourself and you hurt yourself. And in some cases, cause a heart attack. So you need to have a plan, a strategy. And I do have a strategy, and I do have a plan. I have plans for you to call me and get into our program. We have a program that's designed to help to get you in shape. 30 minutes, 2 or 3 times a week, regardless of your age. I know I'm into the, fitness and strength and training for people that are, they have an aging body, but we work with everybody, no matter what age it is. We got young people with us. We have old people with it, all kinds of people. So I'm not excluding anybody. 2 to 3 times a week, 30 minutes. That's it. Using my system. Believe me, if you do it, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. And it's supervised. You don't have to worry about, hey, I'm all by myself and I'm working out in the gym, I'm going to hurt myself. You have somebody who takes you through your workout routine, one-on-one in a private training studio. Then you're on my diet, my Eat Like Lance plan. Oh, it's time of year. Believe me, if you had a break, which means anything you want to eat on Christmas Day, New Year's Day, Hanukkah, okay, you will not gain weight. It's the days in between that people struggle because they go to all kinds of events.